Okay. Right now we threw on a wooden texture, make it a wood helmet. Very hard. Don't want to wear this. And then before everybody came in, I started throwing like gold, make it really shiny.
So
what was that?
I saw that King, he kind of brought in a picture and then he used that with the texture for the light.
Yeah.
So I was thinking for my helmet, you saw what I was trying to do, but I wanted to bring in fabric. How do you bring in a picture and then use it as a texture?
Yeah, sure. So let me grab a fabric. So any of these, their fabric section isn't it's very limited, I would say. But you'd start with like, there's also leather, but I guess I would start with like white fabric. So this is like a generic fabric texture, right? It's like crisscrossy stuff. And then it shows up here. So right click edit and then advanced. These are basic tools. So scale, make it big, make it small, depending on the size of your fabric. And then you can rotate it. I guess I'll make it big so you can see what it's doing. It's like rotating the angle of the fabric and like the stitching, roughness, and then reflectance. It's like the shininess of the stitching. But if you go into advanced, so right here, this is the image that it's like repeating, right? And you can choose color or image. You can edit the image. That is editing the image that it's already there. So this is the texture that it has right now on file. But if you go over here, what fabric wire white ping, you just click on it. And then your file opens up and you can go to where it is. So like, I don't really have any textures right now. But you just go here, click on it, and then it will show up. And you can do that. Let me share. Hold on, let me share real quick my screen. Okay. So we have that. So what kind of texture are we talking about?
You can just do like a polyester fabric.
Okay. Fabric texture, I guess ping. I would usually just type in ping. Okay, it's polyester. So I guess our fabric that we're working with is already kind of polyester. Kind of like this. Yeah, this one's transparent. I guess that would work. One's black. Tab, save image as, put it in downloads. Okay. And then here, so here I put it in downloads, should be like right there. Open. Oh, it's black. It's weirdly.
So say if I wanted to do like a mesh for some part.
Oh, sorry, what?
Say if I wanted to do a mesh, would I be able to bring in like a ping with like holes cut out in like the texture so that it's like, you know, the holes in the mesh would be transparent? Do you think that would show up if I put it?
Yeah, yeah, it would show up. But right now, it looks like it's applying the texture on top of the fabric texture that's already there. Let's see what happens. So, Stephen, do you think would it be easiest since she's bringing in a texture already to just place it on like a flatter surface, or not a surface, but a flatter material? So instead of like fabric that I'm working with.
Yeah. So first of all, can we do an in-canvas render to kind of see how this fabric looks? Because it might look a little
It
bit
looks really
different.
wonky, yeah. Looks
Yeah.
really weird.
So sorry, what were we asking exactly? Figuring out if we should do an image or start from scratch?
Yeah, so she has a texture already in mind. So I'm wondering if she can just put it into like a
Yeah.
material without a texture already on top. I guess if that makes sense.
Yeah. So it depends, yeah, how much detail you want. So if we open up this fabric again that we're working with, do you want to go to advanced properties?
Yeah.
And then we have not only an image, but also a relief pattern,
Okay.
a bump map. So
Oh,
I think sometimes you usually want the image to perfectly align with the bump map. What
right.
that bump map does, this is yeah, a normal map, and it creates kind of this like fake looking kind of these reflections that give it a 3D image, even though it's still flat, but it makes it appear 3D the way like the purple or blue, it indicates the steepness of the angle. I think that light would be bouncing off it. So if you want a really refined texture, you would want a bump map that aligns with the image, if that makes sense. So, because I think the issue with kind of putting a different image over a bump map that was not intended to align with the image is that you lose some of that depth, or if you look really closely, things will get kind of wonky because the image pattern won't perfectly overlap that normal map. So
Yeah.
if you want to start from scratch with importing fabrics, I'd probably download a complete texture pack off the internet
Okay.
that contains an image and a normal map that align. And you can do that by just going to like textures.com and then finding the fabric color you want. And then another important thing too is that when you're editing images or the bump map, if you go to edit, you want to make sure that link texture transforms is checked, because if it isn't, if you start scaling either the bump map or the image, you start rotating it, changing like the sample size or other parameters. If you don't have that checked, then the image and bump map, they'll become unaligned. So that's something important too to consider. But yeah, what I usually do is I just download a fresh texture or a texture pack that will contain a normal map or a height map. You can use either one of those for the bump map setting, and then an image that aligns with those normal or height maps. And that's usually exactly what you get when you go on the internet. You'll kind of get something that contains an image, a normal map, and they're all meant to mesh together. But if you're kind of doing an image separately from a different normal map, they won't really align once you do the in-canvas render. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, like I said, textures.com, if you download a texture, it'll usually contain an image and a normal map, and sometimes even a roughness map. And all three of those will perfectly align as long as you check off link texture transforms. So yeah, we should do that right now. I think that'd be something cool to show.
Okay. So let's see.
Yeah, let's do more of like a contemporary, a texture that would be on a smaller scale.
Yeah, climbing rope.
Yeah, I think the rope looks good.
Oh, yeah, that'd be perfect for my my straps.
But I need
Weird.
log in, yeah.
There's another website that should just give you a Google Drive link. Let me find that.
Okay. Don't have credits. Yeah, this is perfect.
Still looking. I thought it was textures.com.
Mm. There's also
I think
Polygon.
yeah, 3dtextures.me. It's kind of
Is that
sketchy,
free?
but yeah, that one has a lot of really good textures. I'll see if I can send you guys a link in the chat.
Did you say it was kind of sketchy?
I think it's HTML. Yeah, it's not super sketchy. But let me see if I can just send you guys a link to a drive with all the textures in it. All right, cool. I found a good one. So let's see if this works.
This one is 3D textures.
Yeah, they have a lot of good stuff here. And I typed in the search bar, I typed in like woven fabric or knitted fabric.
Oh, okay.
I found a really nice one, and I'll put it in the. Gonna try to create a Google Drive link that I can share with you guys.
Oh, okay.
Okay, actually, this link seems safe, so I'm just gonna put this in the chat. I downloaded the files and nothing bad happened. Okay. Yeah, these all look like images. Cool. So yeah, if you guys go to this link, you'll see that when you're downloading these textures, hopefully it makes a bit more sense what I was talking about before. But you have, let me see what they give you in here. They give you a normal map, they give you a color, they give you a roughness map, and a couple other textures as well, a couple other files you can use. But the main three are the ones that are underscore norm, underscore color, and underscore rough. But yeah, if you want to try importing these ones, Ryan, kind of showing off how they all work together to give off that 3D effect.
Okay. Knitted fabric. Okay, so the displacement map. Okay, so then color and then displacement map. Cool.
Yeah, I can't see your screen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let me share my screen just a second.
Sure.
Okay, so here we go.
It's so fun downloading textures, honestly. Yeah, you can also start with them. So I start with the blank template, I think. That was a good idea what you brought up earlier. So I think they're under, is it under other or miscellaneous? yeah, other base materials.
Base materials.
Yeah, and then I just do the base opaque material. Looks
Oh,
like you have
cool.
to download it.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I do when I start doing texture mapping, because it's like you kind of have like an unassuming backdrop.
Yeah, it's like a blank canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here we go. Blank.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
So image. Go to my downloads, knitted fabric, color. Let's see, we have normal and okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the awk and dis ones are, but
We'll just do these two.
Oh.
So we got color, that's the blue fabric, and then this is the displacement for that
yeah,
fabric. So okay, so we bring in the color and it's blue.
you're right. Displacement is the same as
Relief.
yeah, a height
Or-
map.
Oh, okay, so the displacement file would be the relief. So you go
Yeah,
click on this and then it'll show up. You go click on this.
I would recommend trying that one or trying the normal map. Usually, a normal map looks a little bit better.
Okay. So this one?
Yeah, so change.
Normal.
Yeah, change
Okay.
to the normal, and then you click on the drop down, and then yeah, at the bottom change it to scroll down.
Oh, let's mess with the
Oh.
height.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
I
And then
can't.
change that to normal map. Yep.
Cool.
And then it usually normal maps look a little better, I think, than height maps.
Yeah,
We can already
that's not
tell it
bad.
looks way better.
It's pretty good.
And then also the roughness map as well, because it looks like they gave us a roughness texture, so we might as well use it. It's under, you actually put in an image for roughness. Yep. It's pretty cool.
Roughness and then rough.
Yep. Looks like it's just black. That's weird.
That is weird. I wonder
Okay,
if
wait.
that's like the black texture or like the spots in the fabric.
Yeah.
Cool. So then click OK. And then now it's like rendering the fabric onto here. It's a little fuzzy because it's doing it like
Yeah.
live. But if you just let it sit, you can see it render the fabric onto the surface. And it's not looking too bad. Looks like a jean helmet.
It's definitely a statement with
Yeah.
the wood and that denim material.
So does that make sense for you guys?
Yeah, it's really helpful. It's exactly what I needed.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
I think, were you the one that had the stripe or no, the strap that was like a rope strap?
Yeah, it was gonna be a 2 paracord straps for one strap.
Okay, let's do that. Unless someone else had like a rendering question, we can do that. Did you have something, Laura? Let's see who else is here. If not, I'm just gonna go make that strap real quick. It's this thing. The head. Good looking helmet. So I haven't done this yet. So I'm not sure how the pipe. I would have to make the sketch first. I'm not sure how I would sketch onto the face. Would you know, Steven? So,
Sorry, one more time.
okay, so we're gonna make a strap like right
Yeah.
here.
Mhm.
And it was just gonna be like a rope, like a piece of rope, but I just want to put like a sketch instead of a face or like a form. I just want to sketch onto this guy's face to make the first loop.
Is there a way to do, you can like maybe like create a plane kind of offset from the face, and then you can project it onto the head?
Oh,
Is that
okay,
what you're
okay.
thinking? Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good idea. Okay. adopt it to the side. Okay. Sketch. Would it be like an offset? What would that be? Like an offset body?
Yeah, it's like projects. I think it's modify and then project / include. Maybe. I forgot what it was called.
Modify.
Oh, maybe that's SolidWorks.
Yeah.
Getting it mixed up. It's there somewhere. Maybe you have to be in the sketch.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah. Okay. I think so. So click on this. And project
Yeah. Project.
onto this. Do you think?
Yeah, I think
Or is
so.
it the body? Maybe no. Oh
Yeah. You do the entire body and just project that line.
wait, no. I did it backwards because it's projecting his
Oh.
face onto
Yeah,
the sketch.
it's actually pretty cool.
I
It's a
didn't
good
know
way
I
to
could
make
do
it like
that.
a silhouette.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Wait,
think that was it. You just do it the opposite way.
is it the opposite way? Okay, so I click on the face, or maybe I should click on
But you just, yeah, click on nothing or just the line.
geometry. No, wait, geometry would be the sketch, right?
Oh,
But it's not
yeah.
work. It's not. I can't click on it for some reason. That's weird. Oh, maybe finish sketch.
Yeah.
And then make a new sketch. Project. And then no, that doesn't work either.
We're definitely almost there. Like, I think this is a way to do it.
Yeah, it just needs to project this line onto his face. And can't remember. Is it surface? We'll get there.
I think it might have been a different setting under that project drop down.
Is
So
it
when
still
we were,
within the sketch?
yeah, I think so.
Okay. There.
And then it's create, yeah. And then project a
Project a
surface.
surface.
Yeah.
Right there. Okay. Okay.
So yeah,
So
faces and curves.
faces
Hopefully that should do
curve.
it.
So do you think it's projecting? Let's see. Let's just click on this. See what happens. This curve, I think.
Maybe.
I don't know. No, it's not doing it. I think it's backwards. Along closest point. Along back. Oop. Sketch or geometry. Huh. It says,
I think this is the way to do it.
yeah,
It should work.
it's just trying to figure out. Okay, there it is.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
It's just the order of operations, I guess.
Okay, so did you get that? Who was I helping? I forgot.
You're helping.
Vanessa. Okay.
You and I talked about this a little bit too. Or
Okay.
we were cutting out vents in my helmet, and this seems like the best way to do that now.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Is it doing the entire face or just that section?
I don't know. It looks like it's just doing that section.
Let's click OK and see what happens. Maybe it will work.
Yeah. I don't know
Weird.
why it's doing that, just that section. Huh. I have to like do it one little at a time. Pieces are sensible. Try changing the projectile. I wonder if it's because of that helmet's in the way. No?
It's weird.
Very weird.
Yeah, it's like only doing a part of the face.
Yeah. Let me delete that. Try again. Face. Huh. Weird. Sure what it's doing. So this helps.
So it might be that, right?
Yeah.
Never mind.
It's not working.
I think that we're doing it right.
Wait, what?
I was just looking at this one guy who was having an issue with this, and it was with the curve itself and not the body that he was
Okay.
projecting to. But
Should the curve be like,
yeah, if you go to selection criteria, so you click on the drop down, like right next to finish sketch on the top right. See that? So see finish sketch, and then you have select right next to that.
oh yeah, select.
Drop down, and that should just be selection filters, and then maybe it should only be curves. Sketch curves. I'm not sure if that would fix it.
Just just sketch curves?
Yeah, I mean that was this guy's issue, but okay, never mind. It still looks like that didn't fix his problem.
Oh, okay.
But that's like maybe one issue, like it's selecting more than the entire curve.
Huh.
Yeah.
Would working in a surface sketch be any different?
Yeah, might.
Curves and then face. It says fail to project. I don't know why. It's like only doing it to those spots.
Yeah.
How did I do it before? I've only made straps. not rope. For some reason.
Is there a way where I can make like really thin straps and then sort of
Yeah, I mean that's like
fillet?
a really long workaround, but yeah, you could. That's kind of where I was gonna go next if that wasn't gonna work. So object snap, and then I was gonna make face. Let me see if there's like even better. There's like a pipe, but I don't think a pipe would work. No. Okay, we'll just do face then. Object snap, and then really tiny. Start with this. Yeah, we'll start with that. Modify, click on edge. Oh, whoops, did it again. Make sure to click on object snap. Click Alt, bring it down. Okay, so we'll just do that for now. Just these two. Let's bring down one more. So do that. And then I was gonna just finish the form and click on this body and thicken it to like right there. Let me move it back just a little bit too. Let's move this form out so we can see it a little bit. Where is it? Very good. I'm just gonna move it out. There. And then thicken. I was just gonna thicken it to like it sort of resembled a square. Yeah, a little bit more. This is like the jankiest way to do it, but then I was just gonna fillet the, oops, sorry, where did I go? I got lost. Fillet the corners. In that fourth corner. 0, 1. Try 2. That's good enough. It's like a thin. I guess I should have made it bigger, but yeah, you get the idea.
I think that'll work for me.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's see. Trying to get larger. Right there. It's like a rope size. Form, and then change the thicken to it's square-ish. Okay, and then the fillet. Okay, so now we can finally get to rendering. Render. Appearance, and then we grab that rope. Okay, so, oh, whoops, base material opaque. That face. Base material opaque. Edit. Advanced. Image. Bring in the color. And then relief pattern. Bring in, I think it was, no, displace. Yeah, displace. Okay. And then, where was that third one, Stephen? Was it down here? Like that. Normal map.
Yeah,
Oh, link texture transforms.
yeah, yeah. That's the first thing you
Yeah.
want to check.
And then I think those are all the options. That works. Click OK. That looks weird. Did I mess it up? I think I
But
messed it up.
once we render it, maybe it'll look better. Yeah, that looks good.
Rope.
It's like really shiny.
It's a shiny rope. See, I guess the rope would be rough.
Yeah, maybe that texture that black texture just made it rough all around.
I think it's this one, huh? Let me unassign and delete. And put it in this one. That looks better. Now we have like a rope strap. What do you think?
It looks easy enough. It looks. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a long way to go. I don't really know how to make rope on Fusion. Or like offset. I've done it before. You offset a sketch onto the dude's face, and then you create a pipe. But this works too.
I'll
And
see if
so,
I can.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Cool.
I'll see if I can find more YouTube videos on it.
Okay.
Yeah, but thank
So
you.
sorry.
No, it's all right. You guys are really helpful.
So Ryan, can we retry doing that projection to the surface of
Sure.
that guy's face?
Yeah.
I feel like we can get this.
Yeah. Maybe I have like a really weird face.
Yeah, we might have to try projecting along a vector.
Okay.
So I just had some success projecting along a vector, and I just picked one of my origin planes to do that.
Right?
But then the line turns purple when
Mhm.
it's finally projected, and I don't know what to do with that.
Oh. Okay. So what were the steps to get there?
It was I'm guessing that she did the create and then the project.
Yeah, sorry, I was
along
muted.
there, too.
I
Okay.
did the create. So I had to create a whole new sketch to do it because so I have my line for the chin strap, or in my case, I was trying to do vents. And so I create that line, and then I make a second sketch, and that's when I do the projecting, because it makes its own like 3D sketch at that point. You can't do it within the same sketch.
Okay.
Does that
Okay, so I gotta
make sense?
I think so.
Okay.
So I gotta make this into a 3D sketch.
So I start with that sketch, and then I create a second sketch. Just like I finish it and start a new. You're in the form tool. I'm so confused right now. So I just picked. What did I pick? I would pick that plane as your sketch plane, and then I do the create.
Oh yeah, project.
Go to project, and then to surface, and then you do the faces of your face.
Okay, just those faces.
Yeah, anything that might overlap is what I did. And then the curve, I selected my curve. And then instead of closest point, I did vector. And I picked one of my, so if you see your origin planes down there, you want the one that's going the same direction, like into your face. I don't know them by heart, but
Oh, so like this one?
yeah,
Okay.
that's what I
Oh,
picked for my
cool.
vector.
There
And
it
then it
is.
goes there, and you have this 3D sketch, and I don't know what to do with it now. I can't cut or expand or anything with it.
Oh, weird. Okay, so from here, I would probably just do a pipe
Oh, okay.
for the rope. You could also do it for, you can cut also the vents that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, here's the size. So it's at 0.1. It's just like a round. And we're just gonna cut this guy's face.
Because why not?
Because why not? And then
We can like offset it later or just
yeah,
move
you can
it.
offset it later. Yeah, so this would be for the vent that you were talking about.
Yeah, and I'll
That's
apply it to
fine.
my own thing. I'll be fine.
And then yeah, it would look like this.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then, but
I
for
want a
the
pipe then. Thank you.
yeah, you want to pipe it. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad we figured that out. So for the rope though, we would do new body and probably a little bit smaller, but doesn't really matter. And then I guess I would move it to, where is that body? Showing it, it's weird. Oh, is it because it's in this? Ah, it's fine, I guess. Move it out here. Okay. And then now we can go to render and apply that texture that we just had. Ta-da. Thank you guys. That was great. I figured it out. Let's see. It's not really like other rope texture. Yeah. But yeah.
You can maybe just use that woven fabric texture and then make it like yellow.
Okay. Let's see. I guess that one's already yellow. Well, this one's green. I wonder if this one looks. What does this look like? Would I just change the color here? Would it
Yeah.
still keep? It would still keep that bump mark, right? Oh yeah, it does. Okay.
Yeah, it's just gonna get rid of the image. So it's not like the best 3D representation because the image is like plays a big role in giving it that texture appearance. But you still have the bump map.
Okay. Yeah, that looks like really bright green.
Yeah. So when we do an in canvas, we can see how it, see how the light bounces off it.
Oh, he's got a really shiny face. Oh, okay. So we got to make sure when we make that body to not put it in with the head, but that's what it looks like so far. Let's try a different environment. It's in photo booth right now, but if we throw it outside.
It's gonna explode your computer.
I know, the computer's melted. Cool, we got ourselves a
Yeah, something else you can do too, if you want to have a better looking texture, because the best way to do that is to have an image that sits on top of the bump map. is I guess we could also like take that image, like put it into Photoshop or some other software, change the color to what we want, and then re-import it. Because that way it would align perfectly with the bump map instead of us just like replacing that image with the color. Like that's just another way to kind of take an extra step.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks really good.
So is this what you had in mind for your rope? You just had like one here and then another one in here, and then kind of attached in the middle below the ear?
Yeah, something like that. Except for one strap, it's going to be 2 small paracord straps.
Okay.
But yeah, same principle. So
Cool.
thank you guys so much.
Yeah. So let's see. Are there any more render techniques that we could show? I think we went over a lot of advanced stuff.
Yeah. Maybe texture controls, like kind of like on the wood, we could show maybe how to like reorient.
Oh yeah.
The grain.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do that.
So, yeah.
Okay, so we got the wood. It doesn't look too realistic. So we could scale it down. Rotate it. Yeah, like super rough. And then advanced, I think there's like some more options. It wasn't this one, it was like a different one. I think it was like a 3D wood.
Yeah, it has its own setting on the top. So yeah, that's exactly right. So the best way to do it is kind of scale it accordingly like you were doing. And then I think it's right next to scene settings. Like it has its own tab right next to in-canvas render.
Oh,
At the very
so
top.
over here? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's the left.
Oh,
yeah,
left.
I think it's to the left. Yeah, that one, texture map controls.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so select the texture.
Yeah. And then you change it to UV diagnostic and you can kind of see the direction. Oh, weird. I think you might have to turn off in-canvas render.
Oh.
Yeah, and then it kind of shows the direction that texture map is taking. This is really important for wood, especially wood, because the grains are so crucial in making it look realistic. So you can kind of go to like projection type and then do like automatic, planar, box, spherical, see what looks best. You can probably turn off UV diagnostic and then see how the texture appears. Yeah, I think you have to click on an axis for spherical.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just it's all different ways that the texture kind of wraps itself around that face.
Cool.
So yeah, usually automatic is like pretty smart at figuring out the best way to project that texture.
Yeah, it looks like it's figuring it out.
Yeah, that's like a more refined tool if someone's like not happy with the way that texture is projecting itself. Oh, because I think cylindrical does a better job of clearing that corner. So if you go back to UV diagnostic, see that wraps around perfectly.
Right here?
And when we did so see that red line, that vector, that arrow?
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't get cut off
Yeah,
versus automatic. Let's go back to automatic and see what Fusion does. Yeah, it gets cut. Yeah. There's a seam. So actually, it would be best to probably change that to cylindrical.
Right.
Yeah.
Because then it's like a seamless wood all the way around. Got it. Okay.
Yep. So, yeah. So Fusion was actually it did not make the best assumption for this texture.
Yeah.
We had to do that ourselves and change it to cylindrical.
So then if we do appearance, you can see that it like follows the shape all the way around. Interesting.
What does cap do, that checkbox?
Cap.
It changes something around the edges.
Edge.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what that did. Cat. Although the render,
Yeah, the render doesn't look that good.
yeah, like jagged, makes it all jaggedy.
Yeah, let's turn it off and see if that.
It like makes the jagged points different. It's different.
Yeah. Actually, maybe it doesn't look better with cylindrical. Maybe automatic looked better. Yeah.
looks like it.
Geez.
Yeah.
So I guess that the UV diagnostic like isn't the final way to confirm. You just have to mess around with it.
And then here, kind of like, figure
Yeah.
that's gonna be like chopped wood here and then chopped here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I probably have to mess with it. Maybe like go back to cylindrical and like shift it around. But yeah, this looks pretty good. Yeah, there's that seam that's getting shifted to the left.
And then what happens if I just get rid of it? It looks like
Yeah. So the seam moved to like the opposite side.
yeah. Wait.
Oh,
did
okay.
it? Wait, no.
Or did it go away?
I think it moved out of the way.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I guess.
That's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So I guess the nice thing about changing the settings to like something that's not automatic is that you can like transform it and move it around. Is yeah, this looks a lot better than before.
Yeah, that looks much better.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. No seams. Looks really good.
Such a good wooden helmet.
Get really heavy depending on what type of wood you're using.
This would be for like display. There's also this 3D wood. I kind of messed around with that. I don't know if you know any more about it, but there's like extra options in this one because it. Oh, shoot. There we go. Yeah, there's like this stuff. I don't know what that does.
Oh, yeah. Does it give it like a bump map too? I think all the wood has a bump map.
Like,
Interesting.
you can change the roughness. Like you can even add like rings, different ring texture or thickness, and then the bumps of the rings.
Oh.
It's pretty cool.
So it's like it's kind of letting you edit the bump map, basically.
Yeah, I think so. I think when it means like 3D, it's like adding, instead of adding like a surface texture, it's like making the entire form or body wood.
Yeah.
Like how I see it in my head.
Yeah. That's really cool.
And then you can like change the color of the wood if you wanted to. I don't know why.
I like that.
But yeah.
That's cool.
So if
I
you guys
never
wanted
used
to-
this.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, but I guess if you guys wanted to add like a cooler texture to your helmet, you know, and say like it's just a wooden print, it's not like actual wood. Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah. Green.
How does it look when you render it?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
Yeah, so it's, I think if you use this, it's like finer control instead of like a flat picture of wood. Yeah. And they have like a ton of different like wood types. There's even like painted, there's stained. So let's see. Stained dark semi-gloss.
Huh. Yeah, that looks a lot better than the other wood we were using.
Right. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if I can make it small and roughness. Oh yeah. Make it bumpy. Get rid of the pores. So.
Yeah, I think one more thing we could show too is also how to edit like translucence in plastics or
Oh yeah.
glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So for
So yeah, it doesn't really.
let's see. So I have this acrylic, and I was gonna, put the LED behind it, and so it's like a flash, like a headlight, I guess. Let's see. So let's start with the basic acrylic, and then we can modify from there. So I just drag and pull, remove. So right now it's like shiny, and then it's this one. So basic setup, roughness. So you can make it like foggy and glossy. Absorption, I have a hard time with this one, but this just means like how much light goes through, I guess. I don't know if you can explain it better, Steven.
Yeah, I think it's better. Exactly. It's not super obvious for like a very thin piece of plastic like this one, but if you're doing like a liquid, especially, or like
Oh
a deeper
yeah.
plastic, it determines how much light goes through it, I think, before it hits the coloration.
Yeah. Okay.
Makes sense. It's like, yeah, if you're doing like tea versus coffee, you're gonna have like all the exact same settings besides absorption distance. So tea is gonna have, I think it might have more, and coffee might have less.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think
But
so.
yeah, that's really good for like liquids or like deeper materials.
Right. Or if you're like rendering, I guess, mugs with water or like liquid inside them.
Yeah.
And then this would mess with how the light reacts to that glass cup or anything that's like glass.
Yeah.
And then this is like, these are presets. So like refractive index. So I would do glass, I guess, but you can just mess around with it, whatever looks the best. And then in advanced, there's a lot more options.
Yeah, something closer to 1.5, right? For plastics and glass.
Oh, for the absorption?
For index of refraction.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure how 1.3, that probably looks really close. And yeah. Also, it might be better if we turn on in-canvas render too, to kind of see these differences. So yeah, if you like change the index of refraction to like the lowest setting, it just basically turns into air.
Yeah. And there's no reflection or anything going on. But if you go to like glass, you can see that it's like within like a glass capsule.
Yeah.
All the reflections inside. Yeah. And then if you wanted to make your light fuzzy, I guess you could add roughness.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
And then I guess relief pattern, same deal. If you wanted to add like a texture, I guess, so if there was like a bumpy ridge on your glass or on your headlight, you could add that. I don't know what cutout is.
Cutout's like, as far as I know, it's like doing kind of more artsy stuff. Like if you want to do like flames that are kind of suspended in the air, what cutout does is that you'd find a cutout that could like give that flame shape. And it's basically just like a black and white map. And I think white, it's one or the other, white or black, that texture will like, it'll like stay there, but the rest will be entirely cut out.
Oh, cool.
If that makes sense. So it's like, it makes everything else invisible. that's, yeah. For like flames, I think like doing kind of like custom decals that you want to give them a very specific texture. You could use Cutout to, I guess, like cut out that decal and make everything else invisible besides the part that you're focusing on.
Yes. Let's see. And then I don't ever really mess with this advanced highlight controls.
Yeah, those are a lot better for metals, I feel like.
So,
Yeah, because what that does like is like for like brush materials, you can kind of like reorient the direction that the light's traveling.
cool.
So, but yeah, it doesn't, I'm not sure if it matters too much for like plastic or wood.
It's liquid. That's cool. This carbon fiber would be pretty good for helmets. Never made my helmet into carbon fiber. But this is base material, so I guess you would add this as your base, and then if you had like a different carbon fiber material or texture, you change it up.
Yeah. That looks really cool.
There we go.
Where did you find the light material for the light?
Oh yeah. So lights. Where is it? I just Googled, not Googled, I just searched for lights. Oh, it's emissive. Okay, so it's under other base materials, or in an other and an emissive. And there's like LCDs, display stuff, but then, oh, did I miss it?
Weird.
Why is it not in there? I just do LEDs. Yeah, I just typed in LED and it shows up. I don't know where it is in the thing, but these are the top three. And then there's like different colors, the three colors. And then let me get rid of this so you can,
It doesn't show up for me. Do I have to download? Like,
when you type in LED,
yeah.
oh, not sure.
Well, actually, never mind. I think I found it.
Oh, you found it. Okay.
Yeah, one of the tabs was just closed.
Thought it would be in the missing. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, so it's under miscellaneous. Okay, so miscellaneous and then emissive. And then we have bulbs and LEDs. Cool. So I'm just gonna grab, these are like technical terms. Guess I'll just grab like this one, edit, and then you can change the emissivity. I think the best way to see everything would change the environment to black. And then I think I would add a ground plane. Why is that there? What is that? Oh. Okay. There we go. Jeez. Reflections. right here so you can see it while we mess with the settings. Reflectance, how bright it is, so it's like really dim. It's like not even on, and then it's like on. Really bright. So let's see, more settings. Luminescence. Like more technical, like how bright something is. You can change the filter color. I think if you change it, yeah, okay, it makes it. I don't know what's the difference between like changing this color versus filter color,
Same.
but yeah, you just kind of mess with it.
That seems like filter is like more consequential to like changing the color,
Mm.
as far as I've seen.
Let's put the, so we can put the acrylic back on. Oh, I wonder why it changed the color to white. That's weird. Not changing the color.
Is it just too bright?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes like the luminance, if that's cranked up.
What's going on? Okay, there we go. Blue light. And then once you have your lights and it's covered by your acrylic, let's do this one. And then change like the roughness and like diffuse your lights. It's a weird looking helmet right there.
It's futuristic.
It's cyberpunk.
Right.
Did we have anything else, Steven? Were there
Nothing I
any
can think of.
What? Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. Were there any questions for your helmets?
I have one other question. I think I have to show it though.
Okay.
Or unless you guys
Let's stop the share.
understand. Okay, so I'm planning to use this for one of my brandings on my helmet. Kind of like an emblem type thing. Is this possible to do on Fusion, or would it be better to just do it on Photoshop?
I've never embossed or debossed in Fusion. I don't know about you, Steven.
Yeah, it's be kind of hard to do.
So would you probably just recommend me to
Yeah.
try it on Photoshop?
I think, yeah, like I would recommend rendering it in Photoshop. I think what you would have to do, because there's this feature called emboss,
Mm-hmm.
raise or recess a sketch. So I think you'd have to create the sketch, but you would probably put your inserted like a canvas and then follow along with a spline and then deboss. But I had issues with embossing because I couldn't do it on a face. It had to be on like a body or something. Yeah, I struggled putting something on like a rounder surface like this. But if I had like a regular body,
Yeah, I see.
yeah.
I mean, it's helpful because that means I don't have to waste my time trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I think the best. Have you tried putting it in as a decal?
No.
Just right on top. Because the way it looks, it could probably look like it's, you know, embossed onto the helmet. If not, you can always like edit it in Photoshop.
Okay. That sounds good.
Cool.
Something really complicated you could do is like create like a bump map for it and then import it in as an image and then apply that texture. But that sounds like a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
And then it would kind of, it wouldn't really be 3D though. It would just kind of give off the impression that it was 3D too.
Right, it looks 3D, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think we could probably end it there, unless you guys have any more questions. I had planned till 12, but I think we got a lot of done in an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'd say I don't have any more questions.
Okay.
And
Cool.
this will recording would be posted
Yeah, I'll
today?
post the recording. I'll try and get it converted and up
All right.
today, later today.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining, guys.
Thank you
Thank you.
guys.